Okay, hello everybody. We're back with this old GL650. Started out with about 100 psi compression on each hole. Adding some oil would bring it up to about 120. I've been messing around with it, trying to get the rings to free up. I've run it through probably half a dozen heat cycles over the last several days. Keep adding Marble Mystery Oil to the cylinders. I did do a complete oil change on it to get all the contaminated oil out of there that I had in there, and that did help with the oil consumption somewhat. But as soon as it gets warmed up, it starts blowing a pretty good amount of smoke. So anyway, I've had Marble Mystery and sitting in there for over the last 15-20 hours, I suppose. And whenever I come out to the shop, I try to agitate the pistons. I got it in fifth gear. I just rock the back wheel back and forth. And do that for a minute or so, just to try and get that oil to get down into the ring lands and loosen up the rings. I know they're stuck. This engine was seized up when I got it. It took me about an hour to get it unseized, but it did free up. I've got it running really nice. It idles right down where it should, doesn't miss a beat. When it's cold, it's not smoking at all, but as soon as it gets up to operating temperature, we've got quite a bit of smoking going on. So right now, what I'm going to do, I've got the spark plugs out and some rags over the holes here to catch whatever oil is in there. There's not a lot in there. It's probably couple of tablespoons of oil, and I'm going to blow that out as much as I can. It'll still be really oily in those cylinders, but I want to see where my compression is at that point. So I'm going to spin it over now. I've got some rags over the, like I say, over the plug holes to catch the oil. And I'm going to spin it over. Oh, I take and hold the clutch in with this zip tie, so I don't have to have one more reach out there for that. And well, yeah, I got to get it into neutral too. I like to have it in neutral to do this. So we'll go. There we go. All right, so we'll spin it over. Get the see, I throttled a little bit there to get a little bit of gasoline in there to thin out whatever oil is back in there. So now we'll grab my compression tester. Do the right cylinder first. Like I say, there's a lot of oil in there, so it's gonna make them seal up more than they would without the oil, of course. So let's see what we get here this time. That's about 155. It was bouncing to 160. The 155. You see there's still oil come through there. All right, we'll check the other side. Everything's dripping with oil around here. But it's coming up. Brand new is supposed to have like 170 psi. It's got 30,000 miles on it, so we can't expect miracles. Throttle open. bouncing up to 175, settles in at 150. So things are getting better. Grab a rag here to cut this oil. It's starting to get better, but I'm going to keep messing with it like this for a few more days. Not going to be impatient. Maybe we'll get it to come up a little better dry as well. Maybe what I'll do, I've got a can of gasoline here. I'll spray a little gas down the holes to kind of rinse them out a little bit. Okay, put a rag over that as well. And this one too. And see what the compression reads after that. Okay. Now we'll see what's happening here now. Throttle open. There's something wrong with my compression tester. That the check valve is not releasing. I mean, it is releasing. This valve down in here. Let's quickly whip that out of there. I've got another valve over by the vise here. I'll quickly stick that in and see if it will help. I've got an adapter in here, so I gotta get O-ring is kind of chewed up too. I'm gonna have to run it into the other part of the shop and get my valve core puller. I think I need to go to the parts store and get some new valve cores. These just aren't working right. I may have a lot better compression than I'm realizing here, just because I've got defective instruments. Let's see. Let's use one of these out of a regular valve, tire valve. The springs are a little too heavy, really, for this type of testing, but it gives us something. Typically, this takes quite a bit of compression to release these valves, and we'll give this a try. See what we get with this. Now I've got to snug this up pretty tight or that adapter will get stuck down inside there and it's hard to get it out. Okay, let's try this again, see what we get. Like I say, there's special valves for these. Not, a typical tire valve is really not what you should be using. There. So we'll see what we get here with this one. Okay, throttle open. Nothing. This isn't working at all. No, that valve don't work. Now I have another valve sitting on the vise there that is what came out of this the other day. I'll try putting it back in again. It can get frustrating when you don't have the right equipment. Pull this one back out of there. No, the one I had in just now was the one with the black ring on it. So I have one with the white plastic ring. I'll put that one back in. That's what I took out of it the other day because I figured I wasn't getting accurate readings. But I think it was better than what I had been using. Okay. Taking a little longer, it'll be a longer video than I had intended. But this is what it is. Okay. All right. Oh yeah. That brought us up to 165 pounds. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. See what the left cylinder got. Like, remember, I did wash these out with some gasoline, so it's not just pure oil in there. All right, throttle open. Yeah, 165 pounds. Wow. I am liking that. I am liking that. Well, why don't we see what it sounds like? Go ahead and put the plugs in and just fire it up a little bit here. It's not for long though, but I'm sure it'll still be smoking. Let's see, what did I do with my spark plug wrench? There it is. Spark plug wrench and the spark plug's in it. Here we go. Okay, we'll put this in here. Snug it up a little bit. Wire in there. Okay. clean my hands off. Everything's covered with oil. Now, I don't think I should need a choke. Oh, I better turn the gas on here. I just suck some out of the carburetors. Okay, let's see what happens here. I think there's so much stuff in there. Too much oil. As you can see, it runs real nice. But I'm going to shut it off because it's too much smoke going into the garage. That ends up getting in the house if I don't have everything opened up. But there you go. This is the progress we've made so far. It's looking more and more like I'm probably going to end up pulling the engine to put the new stator in. That the compression has come up considerably. That I just wasn't sure what I was going to do with this thing if the compression wouldn't come up. But I'll keep at it here, and we'll bring you back in another video later on when I have time to really run it, get it running up to temperature, and see how the oil consumption is doing. So with that, I will shut her off, and if this is helpful to you, give me a like. I'll talk to you later.